All good?
Uh, are you giving a countdown or no?
No.
I'm confused. No? Oh, we're just going? Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
All set?
All right, Brian, we are live.
All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Gaming with a Point, the weekly podcast where myself, the boomer, and my co-host over here, Gustavo, the Tide Pod Eater, talk different discussions in life. So, Gustavo, first I'd like to start off with how was your week?
You know, before we even get to that, I just want to say, Tide Pods, they look pretty. They look like candy. If someone tried it, I'd get it. I'd understand. Now, if they told someone else their experience and they still tried it after that, then shame on you. All right. Well, my week, it's been another week, you know, just going to work, going to school, sleeping. It's the usual. I didn't really have much going on this week.
Yeah, mine was a pretty uneventful week for the most part. What I feel like there was actually something I wanted to discuss, but I can't remember it now. But yeah, no, as far as I can remember, pretty uneventful. Other than I'm pretty salty because this week was a new virtual convention for Funko, where they released a bunch of new pops, and the one Karina and I wanted sold out immediately, so I didn't get it again because of bots.
Yeah, I saw your rant on Twitter.
I'm a salty boy. I'm being salty
Yeah.
about it.
I was wondering what happened that he sent all this, and then I realized, oh wait, he probably just didn't get something.
Okay, how do I even putt?
I'm just clicking stuff, Brian. I have. By the way, for those that are watching live, we're playing golf with friends, and we have no clue what we're doing.
Figured it out. Oh no, kind of figured it out. But yeah, so this week's discussion, we are discussing extroverts versus introverts. So Gustavo, I know in a previous episode, wow, I'm very bad at this game. In a previous episode, we've kind of discussed a little bit where we fall on this, because we were talking about our history with gaming. You specifically talked about how younger you were very much a extrovert, but you kind of transitioned the opposite way as you got older. Me, I was the exact opposite. I was very much introvert as a kid. Oh, hole in one, let's go.
Ooh, same. Nice.
That one was easy though, let's be real.
Yeah. But yeah, when I was younger, I was very extroverted, especially in high school. In high school, I always did something every single day with friends. But then once I got to college, that's when I kind of just wanted my own space, and you know, I became super introverted.
Yeah, see, for me, so at least I got a little better in high school with my extroversion, but like middle school and stuff, I pretty much was like, yeah, no, I don't like most people. So I kind of very much kept that until I moved to, because I had issues with like bullying and shit. Spoiler alert, we'll probably talk about that in another episode. But yeah, so God, what was it? But yeah, I started to come out of my shell a little bit more, started regaining my confidence and stuff, that, you know, I'm not completely useless and stuff. So it's kind of, I ended up coming out of my shell a little bit more, and very much the military helped me with that even more so. So I kind of got really lucky on that part, and the fact that, ooh, I should have hit that much harder. Oh, this is not going to be fun. Oh, I'm looking at this. Oh, that was cool, actually. Hopefully you're watching on stream, because that is really cool.
This podcast might be a little chaotic.
But it's going to be fun.
For the first time, and we just don't know what we're doing.
But it's fun. I'm having fun. I don't know about you.
Yes, I am too. This is actually pretty fun.
But yeah, no. So for me, I very much, when I got into my confidence, because I now consider myself a very charismatic individual. For anyone who, oh, we both way overshot that. I consider myself very much a charismatic individual. I very much believe that, to yet again use a D&D reference because I do that a lot. Charisma was very much my don't overshoot it, was very much the stat I kind of put all my points into. But yeah, no, I think, oh my god, why is this so hard? Feels like it shouldn't even be that hard. Oh. Yeah.
But yeah, when it comes to extrovertness and introvertness, I think for me it was more of a thing about space. Like in high school and before college, I always had my space. It was either whenever I was around people, it was always in school or after school. But I always had my own space as soon as I got home. And then once I came to college, that kind of got taken away from me. Like I don't know if I've said this before, but when I came to college, I dormed with 3 other.
You cut out there, Gustavo. Gustavo disconnected. Oh no. Awkward.
Oh no.
Hello, can you
hear me?
I can hear you now.
My Wi-Fi is like shot itself, dude. I was talking throughout that entire time, and I have no clue where it cut off.
It cut off as you were saying something about having roommates.
Oh boy. Okay, hold on. I think I need to swap Wi-Fi real quick because.
Do you want me to retire and start up a new game?
Yeah. Set it up while I go fix my side. Again, chaotic stream.
Yeah. Not chaotic for the reasons we thought, though. Let's be real. How do I invite you, though? Not what I want to do. Oh, so I'll continue talking because I realized I should probably do that. So kind of where I stand on a lot of stuff is, especially when it comes to extroversion, is it's a fact of being comfortable with yourself. And I know we talked about that a lot with the relationship episode. And for me, for a long time, I wasn't really comfortable with who I was. I very much had confidence issues and stuff, and so it came down to figuring out what I wanted, or who I was, more so. So the idea of me being able to kind of be more comfortable in my own skin and being able to talk to other people was a long time coming, if I'm being honest. It's something I didn't know. You are back.
Okay. Hi. Sorry to cut you off.
You're good. But yeah, no, as I was saying, so a lot of what my confidence issues that I had for a very long time, that kind of hurt me being able to connect with other people for a very long time. Like I can't even remember before middle school really any good friends that I had other than they pretty much transitioned every school year. I never kept friends consistently. So I never had any kind of confidence to have that extroversion. It wasn't until middle school and then high school that I really started to kind of build friend groups that I consistently kept, even though I don't have a lot of them now. But now I very much an extrovert. I very much can approach people as long as it's not in a crowd, because as I've talked about in previous streams, I have agoraphobia. I don't deal with crowds well. I have anxiety really bad when it comes to it. Like, I've had borderline attacks if my anxiety is already really bad, and like Karina and I are out shopping, and like there's a lot of times we try to avoid it, like the first few days of the month, because there's so many people, because we live in such a poor area. There's so many people that live on food stamps and stuff that all get their money at the same time, that it gets really crowded and it gets really uncomfortable for me. So we tend not to go as often on the first of the month and the first few days, just because that's where it's weird for me, is like I can be, as Gustavo has seen, I can be in front of a stage of 50, 60 people. As long as I'm not in that crowd, I am perfectly comfortable talking and everything. It's once that I'm in that crowd, it's so hard for me mentally, because I immediately am like, I don't want to be here. I don't want to be surrounded by people. I don't like this. But standing in front of the crowd and knowing I'm away from it is fine. But it's that moment of knowing I have to deal with the crowd that frightens me. Gustavo, I've talked for a while. Are you back?
Okay, I am having some technical difficulties, and
Oh no.
it seems like my internet is doing okay, but I cannot connect to the... Oh, hold on. As I'm saying that, everything seems to be working.
Good.
Okay, were you able to make the game?
Yeah, I invited you. I can invite you again.
Okay. Cool.
But yeah, no. So for me, my extroversion really comes with being confident in myself and being comfortable with who I am now. My introversion very much was because of a lot of issues I had as a kid, especially involving bullying and just feeling inadequate. It's something I don't want to talk about in this stream, because it's very, very something I want to warn people before I go into.
That's fair.
But yeah, no. So I very much have that issue, but it's something that I very much wanted to overcome as I got older, and I'm very happy that I can say that I am for the most part, pretty over my whole issues of confidence, at least, because Lord knows I'm a very, very confident individual. Pretty much anyone who knows me knows I am very much somebody who will talk so much shit and talk about how I'm so great at a game that I know I'm not good at, honestly. Like, we were actually talking earlier with my Hearthstone stream. I was talking to my buddies Wiz and Donnie, and I was joking, saying I wasn't a super confident person and stuff, and they're like, yeah, you're full of shit. And like, they're not wrong. I am extremely confident, but that comes from the confidence issues I had as a kid. So
let's put it like this: this man thinks he's better than me in Smash. Absolutely.
I think I'm better than Shane at Smash, and he whoofs my ass. What's your point?
That's fair.
Oh my god, what am I supposed to do? Oh, we gotta go off this. Oh, I figured it out. Don't worry about it.
Oh, what the okay, interesting.
I just went the wrong way, though. Oh, it's gonna start me back over here. Damn it.
Dude, I don't even know where we're supposed to go, so I'm just gonna keep going.
Me either, but this is... Oh! Oh, I was in the wrong hole.
Okay, but yeah, I became like way too introverted though. Like when it comes to me, I just fucking stay to myself, and it's very actually. You know what? I'd like to consider myself an introvert with bursts of extrovert energy, because there are times where I just want to do shit with other people, but most of the times I just want to just stay to myself. You know.
Mm.
Enjoy my own personal time, you know, after work, just like decompress with either some Netflix or just playing a game by myself or something.
Mm.
But then there are times where I just want to like be around people and do shit. So I don't know. I kind of still have some extrovert energy. I just mostly stay with introvert energy, to be honest.
Okay, yo, I love this course. Oh, this hole is so much fun.
What the fuck am I doing?
Yeah, no. So I 100% do agree still. Like I do enjoy my personal time. I'm very much somebody who my time to myself is very important. That's like yet again as something Corinne and I were discussing in the relationship episode is a lot of the time we're not always spending exactly time together. We spend time essentially what parents call parallel play with kids, but it's very much something like me and her actually engage in as adults just because like usually there's other stuff both of us want to be doing. So we still spend time together, it's just not directly together, which isn't a bad thing. But actually, so with my post of we were doing this episode, I actually shared probably one of my favorite memes, which is introverts don't make friends and extroverts just adopts them.
I 100% agree with that.
I
yeah, that's the story of my life, to be honest.
Cause like the Corinne and I have jokingly said like a lot of her friend group now, a lot of people she spends time with, at least more consistently, she's met through me. Just cause like I'm very extroverted, so I'm always meeting new people and stuff, and then I meet people that I'm like, oh my god, you'd absolutely love them, babe. And like so she's met a lot of her friends like Tony, one of Gustavo's roommates, my friend Alba, who I do the Nuzlocke race with. They're all friends with Karina and stuff, and like Karina and Alba absolutely love each other because they have a lot in common and stuff. But because Karina's not very extroverted, she wouldn't have had those relationships most likely without me kind of pushing for it. So I think that's one of... Oh, I'm so bad. This is why I also don't play pool. Spoiler alert. I is very bad.
I also don't play pool.
Geometry is not my strong suit.
But yeah, I'm kind of the same with the whole introverts get adopted by extroverts. I have two of my roommates that, well, my freshman year when I dormed with 3 other people, 2 of them were extremely extroverted, and they'd meet people literally anywhere they went. That's unfortunate. Oh, I'm surprised they brought you back. I thought you were gonna have to stay where you landed.
No, because that was an old
Yeah.
hole.
2 of my roommates at the time were super extroverted, so I would literally everyone that I would have met that year was just because I was with them, and then they happened to find someone that they knew, and then I would meet them, and that's just how I met people. Like there was no in between. It was very rare for me to like actually go out and actively try to find people, which I eventually was forced to do, and you know, it was fine. It was okay. I met Brian. Brian's pretty cool.
I'm pretty dope.
Sometimes.
So actually, that kind of comes into something else I kind of wanted to talk about. So, like, obviously, like, each ideology, I think is what they're called, or personality type, has its benefits, especially because, like, we've talked about within the workplace and stuff, and, like, extroversion is really good for stuff like when you're in marketing or when you're involved as a leader and stuff. So I think, like, I honestly love this course. It is so much fun. But I think extroversion, I think not enough people kind of think about where it's actually useful and stuff. And when I think about it, because obviously I've done a lot of studies within the workplace with my degrees and stuff, introversion is also good, like, for more private things, or in situations where you kind of need to think about listening more so than speaking, I think, because extroverts usually aren't as good at listening because they want to talk it out and talk out their energy and stuff. That's something I am notorious for, apparently, where I will just talk and talk for hours, hence I DM. But yeah, no, it's one of those things I think people discount so much. They always say, oh, you need to start to get out more within a job, or maybe you just need to find either a job that makes you comfortable enough to be able to, I don't like that, to either come out of your shell if you need. Gustavo, are you just trying to jump the shark here?
Yeah.
I hate you for that. I respect the hustle, but so I think
I'll get it eventually.
I think that's one of the things that people don't think enough about when it comes to because so many people are just gonna always tell you, no, you need to come out of your shell, you need to meet new people, you need to be involved with people and stuff, and I don't think that's always necessary. Yikes.
I really wanted to just skip everything.
Oh, I gotta really... Oh. I was like, oh, there's gonna be something here for us to land on. Nope. Yeet!
So, Brian, what do you think the differences in lifestyle is for an introvert and extrovert?
So, it really, yet again, depends on the person, because some extroverts just are extroverted in their group of friends. They're not going to be comfortable coming out to random people. But individuals that are more introverted, but maybe they become extroverts when it's a situation that suits them because they have knowledge of the situation. Goddamn Moose. Because, like, I know my best friend Rob very much is that kind of individual. He's very awkward. He's not comfortable in a lot of situations. But if you see him at an anime convention, you would never know that he is uncomfortable around other people and isn't somebody who goes out and talks to people consistently. But you see him at a convention, he is very much one of those individuals. He's out there doing so much with so many different people. I cannot keep up with him at conventions. I have stopped even trying half the time just because he's a literal ball of energy at conventions. I love him dearly, but oh my god, I don't even bother. Because it's not worth my time because I won't be able to catch him. He runs around, he's doing so much, and he's comfortable because that's his element. And I think that's something that people don't take into account enough. Are you kidding me?
Brian, I just want to point out, I figured out a way to, like, skip all of that, and I just went straight to the whole
geometry. I'm bad at geometry. I don't take math
It was a little bit
courses
cheesy,
for a
if I'm being honest. It was a bit cheesy, but I made it. I bounced out of bounds for a little bit, but I made it to a safe spot.
Okay. Oh!
But yeah, for me, oh, there you go. For me, literally, it comes to the point where I just like need time to charge myself, you know. I can't just constantly be with people. I gotta like just have my own time where I can just chill, not have to worry about anything. And then once I already have my own time, then I can deal with other people.
Oh, I
'Cause
100%
if I don't
agree.
have that, I will go fucking insane.
I don't think people take into account enough the aspect of social battery and it running out quickly. Like, there are days, like, when I deal with too many people at work, and I'm just like, my social battery is immediately drained from dealing with it. And I'm just like, yeah, no, I'm good. And, like, there's been points where, like, my social battery is so drained from dealing with people at work, and then, like, I'll see somebody from the college or something, and they want to get chatty with me, and I'm like, nope, my social battery's done for the day. I don't want to talk to anybody. And I think that's...
finish this one?
Yeah. There's a literal... Oh, you're trying to trick shot this, aren't you?
I got it.
But
sorry to
yeah,
cut you off, by the way.
you're good. No, so I think that's an aspect of the world that people don't seem to take into account enough, is that aspect of a social battery and it getting drained. Because there are points where I'm having fun with my friends and stuff, and then I'm just like, yeah, no, I need me time. And it's just that time to recharge, and like, I feel bad because usually it's like I hang out with friends, and then my battery just drains, and I'm like, yeah, I gotta go, guys. I'm sorry. And like, I always feel bad for it. Hi, Alba.
Hi, Alba. How you doing?
That was the doorbell. Hopefully not. He's super early.
Is everything okay?
Yeah, doorbell.
Oh, did Rob get there?
I don't know. But yeah, no. Ironic, we were talking about him too much. But yeah, no.
Sometimes you just talk about someone enough and they just show up.
Right. But yeah, no. That's one of the things, like, the social battery drain, I think, is so significant. And, like, I'm very... Especially, like, yet again, when we're at conventions and stuff, because of the crowds and stuff, like, my social battery drains so quickly. Because it's just too many people.
It's Rob.
I assumed. Because I kind of heard his voice.
Yeah, I can't imagine your social battery like being too like lasting a long time in a super big convention.
No, it
That shit must
doesn't.
be
It's
super
very much...
fucking draining.
Usually it's something like when Karina and I are at a convention, usually like we'll go to like the board game room to chill out and stuff, and like it's just a opportunity for me to kind of go about and recharge myself enough to be able to go back out and deal with people. And like so I don't know if I've talked about this in previous podcasts, but like Rob and I have for years done a massive panel at conventions, and like it's one of my favorite things, but like I need to make sure beforehand my social battery isn't like completely cucked, because it's just like, if it is, I'm not gonna enjoy it. And like there's been times where we've done it and I just haven't been 100%. I think one of the times I was actually sick, but that's a whole nother animal.
Ooh.
But no, it's one of those things, like, I love going to conventions, but it's very much it's funny how much. Ironically, Rob, I've been talking about you a lot today.
Am I? My ears been ringing?
Probably. But yeah, no, it's one of those things like, because comparatively, like, most people have very much, because especially like in high school and afterwards, people used to legitimately think Rob and I were related or brothers quite often, actually. And it's funny because, like, personality wise, in a lot of ways, we are very different, especially when it comes to, like, the extroversion and dealing with people. Oh, I don't like this course. Oh, I love this course thematically, but God, this one is annoying.
Brian, I'm not gonna lie, Chief. You're kind of getting slapped right now.
I am getting slapped hardcore. Oh. I overshot. That's what I get for getting cocky. Spoiler alert. Yet again, as I said, I'm a very arrogant individual. Even if I'm bad at a game, I will talk shit. Almost should know this. We've played Overwatch enough where I talk a lot of shit. Where the hell is the hole?
You'll find it eventually. Just keep going, Chief. It's okay. You'll get there. You only have 45 seconds to figure it out, though. But I'm sure you'll figure it out soon.
No, it just sent me back to the beginning. What?
Dude, you got it. There you go. There you go. You see it. But yeah,
there you go.
How do you think your extrovertness has affected, like, I don't know, friendships and relationships and stuff like that?
So, like, yet again, so, like, a lot of my relationships have been with more introverted individuals, except for a select few, and, like, one of them was probably, when I was probably not at my healthiest mentally. So, and that was one of the few extrovert relationships, and that relationship was just very toxic for a multitude of reasons. That's what I get for dating my cousin's best friend. So.
Oh, that's rough.
Yeah.
Ouch.
One of the only two gingers I've ever dated.
Ooh.
But no, it was a kind of a, so I was, at that point, I was not an extrovert at all. I was very introverted. That was probably the only time in high school I was really super introverted. But I just moved to a new school. I wasn't comfortable where I was. I'd actually moved to Oswego School District. And I wasn't comfortable because I did not exactly come from a well-off family where a lot of individuals in especially Oswego School District comparatively come from a little bit better of a family situation than what I was coming through. So for me, it ended up, I very much felt uncomfortable and like I wasn't where I wanted to be, and so like I very much made myself out to be something I definitely was not. And like I've done it in the past. I redid my entire image, quote unquote, when I moved to Phoenix, because I was very nerdy. I wasn't comfortable with who I was, so I decided to change it. I went very emo. I dyed my hair black. I had red tips. It was uncomfortable. I was full emo. It was bad. Rob's laughing because he remembers that.
Oh God.
Oh, Rob remembers that so bad.
Yeah, you were in my math class.
Yep, I remember. Oh, it was so bad. So, but yeah, no, it was one of those things. And I did a lot of, because I was trying to come out of my shell, and I did a lot of things I shouldn't have done. I came to the school, I started dating a cheerleader. It was
Oh my god.
Yeah, can you imagine me dating a cheerleader now? Knowing me
Oh
now?
my god.
That was
sounds rough.
that was a rough relationship. That's
Brian, I
kind
hate
of the
this
relationship that led to everything later that we'll talk about in the episode you want to talk about. That's the relationship that kind of led to all that. Spoiler alert for that episode. But yeah, that's the relationship that caused everything.
Absolutely hate this course.
I do already too, honestly, because this is annoying. Oh my, why is the hole so annoying to get to? Like, you have to hit it perfectly.
I fucking hate it here, Brian. I fucking hate it here.
Now you know how I felt last course. So, we're even. I was whooping your ass the first course, so it's okay. But yeah, no, so very much like my transition from introversion to extroversion. I think that because my problem with the distinction of it is I think that there is a time and place for each one, and no one is a defined one completely. I don't think. Because I think people are extroverts when they're in their comfortable friend group and stuff, usually. Most people are. Some people just are never comfortable. And I think that aspect people don't think about enough. Oh, that was V-bad.
Come on, keep going.
Oh my god! Oh, no. Off the thing.
But yeah, for me, when it comes to friendships and relationships, I kind of feel like my introvertness has gotten to the point where it affects my friendships negatively. Like, there are times where I just go completely MIA. Just like, completely MIA. Just because I have so much shit going on where I just don't have the fucking energy to do anything.
So what I will state with that is because like that's something like yeah, again, funny enough, Rob and I have dealt with where we won't speak for what weeks, months on end at times, and then just go back to talking like nothing ever happened.
Yeah,
and, like,
those are the best fucking friendships, dude. That's
because
just
like
the fucking
both of
best.
us know that there's times where neither of us are like in the mood to deal with shit. And just, like, we don't speak to anybody, much less each other. And it's never in a toxic way for either of us. It's usually in a, yeah, I need to deal with some shit. And then we just go back to it as if nothing happened because just why would you not? It's not like we're doing it out of maliciousness. And I think that's another aspect of friendships that so many people kind of ignore. Oh, that ball just cucked me. I don't like this course. This course is not fun. It's probably fun for people watching the stream.
But yeah, those type of relationships are the fucking best. I have at least a handful of people that are like that with me, where I know I just have to send them a message and be like, yo, what's up? And it'll be like literally we never separated. And that shit is just so great. I appreciate those friendships so much. Like, so much appreciation, because it's just like, you know that person's always going to be there for you, and you know you're always going to be there for them. And just having that is, I don't know, it's just fucking great.
I agree
appreciate that shit a
100%.
lot.
God, this course is so
And
hard.
that's not something everyone can do either. Some
No.
people, you know,
They need
feel
that
some type
kind of-
way if you, yeah. So being able to find someone like that's some special shit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's looking like you're gonna time out this time.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to time out this time. How did you do it? How did you do this shit?
I just press buttons.
Press button, go boom.
Yeah. And just like that, I'm back on the top. Alright, I actually hate you for fucking clicking this course, Brian. What the fuck is this shit?
Called the Ancients. I assumed we'd be going through like fossils and shit. That's what I was hoping for. I wanted to go through a dinosaur head. But yeah, no, so...
Go through a dinosaur head.
So, question actually, because this is kind of something I want to kind of think about, is would you consider your parents extroverts or introverts?
My mom is 100% super introverted. 100%. My dad, super extroverted. So that's probably where I get both the introvert and the extrovert.
So for me,
Like-
the funny thing is my mom is extremely extroverted. She's very much somebody who she loves to talk to people. She's very much a people person. Where I'm extroverted and I am happy talking to people, but I am not a people person. I'm not a nice individual. I'm a kind asshole, as I like to put it.
Brian is a very blunt person.
That's probably a better way to put it. I am a very blunt person. Actually, so the funny thing is, I was actually talking to my buddy Donnie, and we were actually yet again, funny enough, talking about Rob, and how that's actually Donnie's favorite trait about Rob is he's blunt. He does not give you bullshit, and very much it's the same with me depending on who it is. And like right now it's getting me in a lot of trouble with a lot of my family because I'm being apparently overly blunt, but I'm getting to the point in life where it's like if we cannot at least have an understanding of certain situations not being okay, I don't care to hear your opinion. Because, like, as I said in the Black Lives Matter episode, I have a lot of family that is hardcore pro-Trump and pro or anti-LGBTQ and stuff like that. And just for me, it's like that's not a thing that I want in my life anymore, because I have so many people that fall into those categories that I don't want that in my life. And so for me, it's yet again coming down to the confidence in who I am and what I stand for, that my extroversion has kind of very much been helped by, is I know who I am and I know what I stand with and for. It's one of those things that I think that's what stops a lot of extroverts and introverts. I think that's one of the things, probably not the biggest thing, because the biggest thing is different for every person, but lack of confidence in oneself and knowledge of oneself is probably just not enough. Oh my god.
Oh my god, Brian, I saw that.
I want to talk about it. But yeah, no, I think that's something that enough people don't think about when it comes to extroverts versus introverts, is that confidence issue that, yet again, I've spoken about multiple times here so far, but I think it's so important to understand that lack of confidence can be what stops somebody from speaking out in a situation. And I think it's extremely important to understand that if that's what is stopping you. God damn it, you're beating me. Oh no, I'm winning still.
Oh wait, oh shit. Oh fuck, I can't really say that now anymore. Oh.
But no, I think people understanding their confidence and especially like what they stand for and with is extremely important to coming out of your shell. Because like for me, as I said, I was bullied for years, where I wasn't comfortable with who I was, and so it came down to understanding, kind of more so. God damn it! Understanding kind of who I was and kind of the situations I was in and everything. And it's one of those things that I think people don't take into account enough. Oh, we get to go on some ribs. Oh, this is cool, actually. Never mind. New favorite course. Just kidding. No, it's still 100% the haunted house. But I think that's an aspect of... Holy shite! How'd you get all the way over here? Gustavo over here cheating.
Holy shit.
Gustavo out here cheating.
Nah, never. So, Brian, do you think you've always been an extrovert? Or, wait, no, you said you were introverted at first.
I was very introverted as a kid. Very much so.
So, is this something that you learned? You just learned to become an introvert? Or did things just line up and you ended up adapting?
You mean become an extrovert?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was I saying
so,
introvert?
Yeah.
Oh, I meant to say extrovert.
So
you get what I was saying.
For me, a lot of my as I said, a lot of me being an introvert came from my issues of confidence. So it came down to me kind of dealing with that issue I was having of not being comfortable with who I was. So I think I probably always somewhere deep down was an extrovert, because as my grandma has stated multiple times, I was always looking for other individuals to kind of connect to, but because I grew up extremely nerdy and extremely into stuff no one else was into. I was still a huge wrestling fan at the time. I was still into Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh, where a lot of the people around me were into sports and stuff like that, and it just wasn't who I was. Like, I was... Weirdly enough, I played football when I was in elementary school and stuff. Yes, probably weird think of me as a football player. But it was my stepmom's way of kind of getting me out and involved with other people, because I didn't want to be. I was more comfortable sitting in my room reading books, reading Harry Potter and stuff. And it just came down to I just wasn't comfortable with who I was. So I think, and as I've stated in previous episodes, I didn't really regain my confidence and be comfortable with who I was. What is this thing? What the? Hello? God, what is it? Audrey the Second? Suddenly Seymour. Or, not Suddenly Seymour. Little Shop of Horrors reference for you. Musical fans out there. But, yeah, no. So, like, I was essentially being forced to come out of my shell, but not in a healthy way. Essentially, it was just their way of saying, hey, Brian, kind of deal with your issues, but not in a good way, because it wasn't really... I didn't come out of my shell until it came down to me, yet again, moving to Phoenix and finding individuals I could somewhat connect with. Like, because as I said, growing up, I didn't have a lot of friends. I grew up in elementary school and stuff. I didn't really have anybody I consistently hung out with. When I got to middle school, I had a best friend and stuff, and I pretty much spent every weekend with him because I didn't want to be home. So, and then ironically that ended up happening later too, but whole nother animal. Oh, just a little bit more. Oh, yeah.
You already beat it?
Yeah.
What the fuck? I'm not gonna lie, for the last one, I completely cheesed that shit. If I got the right angle
cheesed
the
this
first
one.
time, I would have been able to do it in like 2 turns. But I fucked up trying to get it right.
I cheesed this one. Right there.
This one I have
That's why.
Come on. There you go. Oh, okay, I got it. Okay, cool.
I thought that was about to fall out. I was about to laugh. This is what you're missing if you're not watching stream, is moments like this of us just messing with each other. But yeah, no, so for me, a lot of my extroversion didn't come until my confidence went up, which wasn't an easy thing for me to deal with.
Brian, I already finished this one.
Yeah, I'm being cautious for this one for some reason. I don't know why. I need to start not being.
I hope you didn't see how I cheese this one.
I did not.
Good.
See, I don't pay attention to your ball half the time. If I'm being completely honest. Oh, let's go. Oh.
I cheesed this one, Mike. On the very first ramp, I was able to go from there to here.
Oh my god, of course you were. This is how Gustavo's winning. He's cheesing shit. He's breaking the game.
Hey man, you do what you gotta do.
Oh, no. Oh.
Oh shit.
God damn it. I need to time this better. I almost made it.
You can just hear the concentration in the podcast.
Shh. You're not helping.
Let's see, what's something else? Brian, I think that's all I got for introvert and extrovert.
So, one other thing I will bring up. So, obviously, like, what do you think attracts you? Because we've talked about relationship. What do you think naturally, or do you think there's any traits of an extrovert that you, as an introvert, would prefer to kind of discover in yourself and kind of figure out?
What does an extrovert have that I want? Is that pretty much the
Yeah.
question? I would
Oh!
say probably the ease of talking to people.
Oh, I almost
find
cheesed
it
it.
pretty difficult to talking to new people. I find that pretty difficult. And extroverts, they just fucking, they see someone, they able to just strike up a conversation right then and there, and that's something I admire a lot, and that's something I would want for myself if I were able to choose or learn.
So for me, because I very much kind of have been both, where I get very, and I've learned from my introversion kind of about myself. So like the thing that I'm very glad that I was an introvert on is it allowed me to be comfortable not having the attention and not having the ability for people to know all about me. It's a nice part of like formally being an introvert. Yeah, I'm just cheesing it now at this point because it's more fun.
Saw that. I tried cheesing it from the very start. I saw you got past me, so I was just like, fuck it, whatever. I'm just gonna do it the right way.
I'm just gonna keep getting on the outside. I keep bouncing just out. It's frustrating.
Oh, if I did it the right way, I could have done it in 2 hits. That's tough.
Probably same, but I keep cheesing it. No. Oh!
There you go. You're back. You're good.
I thought I was about to stay on the outside again and was about to be extremely salty. But no, so I think that's one of the
Got
big
9
things
seconds.
about being a former introvert that helped me with my extroversion was understanding that I don't always... Oh! That was
Just
good.
in time.
is understanding myself in a different way of kind of looking at, hey, this is, oh, I hit the statue.
Same. Oh, I
Oh,
hit
oh.
it a lot harder than you. I got sent back pretty far.
Is that understanding of I don't need the attention. It's also really nice because of my anxiety, but that's a whole nother animal. But yeah, no, I think that's one of the biggest things that I think, like, extroverts and introverts have a lot they can learn from each other, and like having they're two sides of the same coin when you really think about it. And like, yet again, why I like that meme of introverts don't make friends, they have an extrovert adopt them. And like, I love that so much because it feels very real, especially like, as I said, for my wife and I's relationship, where I am very extroverted, where she is not.
Yeah, I agree. It's kind of like yin and yang.
Yeah. And like, they both have their good parts, and I think that's the important thing to understand, and taking bits from both areas is really good for you to understand, especially about yourself. And that's an important aspect of everything that I think people don't take into account enough when they analyze not only if they're an extrovert or an introvert, but just themselves in general. Any final thoughts?
I like to think about it as like, too much of one thing isn't really that good for you.
Exactly,
Even if
100%.
that one thing is good for you. So like, in terms of introvert and extrovert, if you're 100% introverted, you kind of miss out on a lot. And if you're 100% extroverted, you're doing so much you don't have time for yourself and to recharge. So it's like, you gotta just have to figure out the mix of both that works for you.
I agree. I think so. My final thoughts here, because I was just thinking about this, is I think COVID has probably, so introverts probably at first were like, yes, this is my time, I don't have to deal with other people. But they're probably getting to the point of, I need social interaction. And then extroverts probably at first were hating this, like that need for social interaction, and like, where are my people? And I know a lot of people let's be real, did not follow COVID guidelines.
Oh yeah.
And so
100%.
It never affected them. But those that were actually, being decent human beings and following COVID guidelines, it probably very much felt like it was an eon. And like, I know that's how I felt for a very long time, because like, Karina and I, like, we didn't for a long time didn't do anything else except for school, work, and that was it. We didn't see anyone for a long time. We'd see you and Tony and Corey every now and then, but we didn't see anyone for a very long time. And it got to the point where Karina was like needing social interaction that wasn't work. And so that's why, like, when we started D&D, Karina was extremely excited. So I think COVID has really messed with people's introversion and extroversion. And those
it's shown.
Yeah, go
COVID
ahead.
pretty much has shown that you actually do need the other side.
Yeah, you need a healthy
not,
mix.
Yeah, it's not just one. It's both.
Yeah, because extroverts that don't know any form of introversion are probably absolutely killing themselves over this.
Yeah.
All right. So, any final thoughts, Gustavo?
I beat you in golf twice.
Yes, you.
Very fun.
Yes, you did.
And easy.
This was a fun game.
I will beat you in Smash someday.
Actually, this is the first time we've actually played a game simultaneously together too for the podcast. Yes, we've not played anything together.
Oh, so I'm 1-0?
Are we gonna start keeping a tally for the podcast? We can do that.
Maybe. Maybe.
We could do that because when I beat your ass at Smash, we'll be all good.
Yeah, okay. Like that.
All right. So, Gustavo, where can people find you?
All right. You can find me on this exact same podcast because this is currently the only thing that I have the mental capacity of doing because I'm just too busy with work and school. You can find me on Twitch at TheEnderGames12 and I occasionally tweet at Real Ender Games. And Brian, where can the people find you?
So obviously twitch.tv/Hawkeye57_57. Twitter at Hawkeye57_. I do have a YouTube channel now, which is Hawkeye57-57 or _57 gaming. You can find that link on my Twitch channel because it's a lot easier. I also have a Discord server now that you can find on my Twitch channel. Feel free to join either of those and discuss. I do pretty much at least every other day streams and stuff. Tomorrow I will be doing at least Nuzlocke. I might do another stream in the morning, but I do have Nuzlocke tomorrow with Chungus McGee at 8 or 6 to 8. But otherwise, once again, thank you for joining us for this wonderful discussion, and we will see you next week. Thank you, guys.
Go sub to Brian. He's very close to 10 subs, and in 10 subs he plays Phasmophobia VR. Go sub. Please.
I didn't put it in the title for a reason. No.
Game
no. Stop.
That'd be so much fun. That'd be peak comedy. Please.
Don't do this. Don't do this to me.
All right.
I want to talk
I
about
will
it.
see you guys later.
Later, guys.
Bye.